The US and Elon Musk have finally demonstrated a new hypersonic jet to compete with Russia and Putin. The military rivalry between the United States and Russia has reached new heights, particularly in light of the European countries' recent aggression in Ukraine. As a result, the United States cannot afford to lag behind Russia in terms of military innovation. Elon Musk is one of the assets that the United States possesses in the race that Russia wishes it had. The wealthy billionaire has created improvements that the US military can exploit in its military assets. One such asset is the lethal but clandestine hypersonic fighter jet being developed by the United States as part of Project Mayhem, which may be useful against Russia. Elon Musk is a multi-talented innovator whose genius spans a wide range of items and industries. For example, he's already created a name for himself in the EV industry by being solely responsible for bringing EVs to the forefront and developing them into desirable automobiles. As a result, his electric vehicle company, Tesla, is the largest in its class, shipping the most electric automobiles in a single year. In terms of market capitalization, Tesla is also the most valued automotive company. The military has been keeping a close eye on Tesla's progress and is now focusing on using one of the company's core strengths: battery. The United States Air Force has given Lockheed Martin a contract to equip laser weapons on fighter jets. The laser system necessitates energy storage, and Lockheed Martin is employing the same lithium-ion batteries that power electric vehicles. Thanks to Tesla's breakthroughs, EV lithium-ion batteries have matured to the point where the US Air Force will use them in fighter jets. Musk is also a trailblazer in the space industry, with his business, SpaceX, quickly rising to the top of the heap and conquering behemoths along the way. It is the only private organization that transports payloads to the International Space Station regularly, including crew and cargo. SpaceX, led by Musk, is developing the Starship, the world's tallest and most powerful rocket. Even before the Starship is finished, Musk's SpaceX owns and operates the most powerful rockets in the market, the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, which he uses to deliver goods to orbit for himself and other private clients. The US military is one of SpaceX's clients, and the company has been granted permission to transport sensitive cargo to space on numerous occasions. It's already successfully managed some launches for the United States Space Force. Given Musk's commercial ties to the US military, it's hardly surprising that the billionaire CEO wants to develop a supersonic plane. Musk revealed in a tweet that he desperately wants to develop a supersonic jet. Musk, as CEO of the world's largest EV company, is taking the battery-powered route by electrifying the jet. Musk may dislike his fossil fuel-powered private plane and wish to retire it as soon as possible. Musk's US Air Force colleagues, on the other hand, are working on a top-secret hypersonic air vehicle program codenamed Mayhem. The Pentagon has just released some information about this project, which has been keeping war analysts guessing for quite some time. Hypersonic aircraft, coupled with hypersonic missiles, could penetrate the night airspace and strike at nearly any location across the continent in less than an hour. Brad Leland, former program manager for Hypersonic at Lockheed Martin, asserted, "In the coming decades, speed will be the next aviation breakthrough in combating emerging threats." Mayhem was once known as the expendable hypersonic multi-mission air-breathing demonstrator, but it's now been renamed Hypersonic Multi-Mission ISR and Strike. Mayhem, on the other hand, is a component of the larger Air Force Research Lab project, enabling technologies for high-speed operable systems, or ETHOS. What is the US Air Force hoping to achieve with Mayhem? The goal is to develop a larger class air-breathing hypersonic system capable of performing several flights with a standardized payload interface, resulting in significant technological advancement and future capability. The system's goal is to be able to transport payloads that are 5 times their current mass and twice their current range. The standardized payload interface would enable several payload integrations inside the same hypersonic system. Because of Mayhem's secrecy, no information about the present technical capability systems from which the program requirements were formed is available. In reality, the contract agreement says that this demand will be classified as secret, with top secret access perhaps required later in the process. However, we do know that Mayhem has a $371 million program cap. The Mayhem air vehicle will have one of three payloads: an area effect payload, a large unitary payload, and a responsive, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, or ISR payload. But what exactly is the Air Force hoping to achieve with Mayhem? We've put together some possibilities. The fact that the Air Force is talking about discrete area effect and large unitary types suggests that the first is thinking about cluster munitions or anything similar, like a swarm of small drones. A modernized, high explosive fragmentation warhead, on the other hand, would provide an area effect but would be a unitary design. At the same time, large unitary could refer to larger warheads with multiple impacts against a single target, such as deep penetrating capabilities for use against bunkers and other defensive structures. Remember that these are only some possibilities, and we can't say for sure what the precise design of these payloads will be based on the information we have right now. Similarly, the ISR package could include several sensors. The Air Force, on the other hand, has already admitted that Mayhem is associated with research and development of advanced scramjet propulsion technologies and multi-cycle jet engine designs. This appears to work on the turbine-based mixed cycle or dual-mode scramjet engine concepts. The fundamental goal of these jet designs is to overcome the fact that these scramjets and ramjets do not operate reliably at low speeds. An air vehicle may be able to work reliably in that lower speed range if they're combined with a more normal jet engine. When applied to a reusable manned or unmanned aircraft, this engine configuration might theoretically allow for a design that can fly at hypersonic speeds during the mid-course segment of a sortie while both taking off and landing like a typical plane using existing runway infrastructure. This has long been considered the holy grail capability for a practical hypersonic aircraft. According to Michael White, the principal director for hypersonics in the Pentagon's Office of Director of Defense Research and Engineering for Modernization, Project Mayhem will investigate the next step in what the opportunity space allows in terms of hypersonic cruise missile systems. He starts explaining what the mysterious Mayhem is all about. Project Mayhem says, "Okay, what happens? What can we do to build a much larger system to deliver more effects at a longer range?" He went on. And so, it's looking at that kind of evolution of capability that you might get to extend out what you can achieve with a highly efficient air-breathing platform, weapon platform, and take advantage of that efficiency while still extending the range to significantly longer ranges than what we're doing today. It remains to be seen how the Air Force's Mayhem program develops and what prototype designs it eventually generates. Let us know what you think of the mysterious Project Mayhem in the comments section below. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye!